Hi, 6th grade. I hope everyone's staying safe and healthy. Before we get started on your lesson today, you had to do Module 5, Lesson 16, and you had a couple pages of notes to fill out, so we're going to go over those together. But before we get started, we do have a Google Meet today, the usual time. It's going to be from 10:30 to 11, so please feel free to hop on and ask me any questions that you have, or if you need help on the overviews, anything like that. Please come on, say hello, ask me some questions. I am more than happy to answer them. Also, feel free to email me any questions that you have. I try to answer you all as fast as I possibly can. It can get hard with all of you, so let's just get right into it. Like I said, we are on Module 5, Lesson 16, and today you are learning how to construct nets. I am going to explain this to you the best way that I know how. If you have another method that you like to think of it and how you kind of like to lay it all out and it's working for you, stick with it. But I'm just going to describe it the way that works for me. So here we go. On your first page, it was page 195. It gave you this, and it basically was just asking you to sketch the faces in the area below and then label it. So we have this rectangle right here, and then I need to basically, the way that I like to think of this is I like to take the shape and I like to kind of say, okay, how many sides does this shape have? And then that's how many, like, little, that's how many faces your net should have. And I just kind of go from there. So it gives me the dimensions right here. I have 3, 5, and 8. So I have my length, my width, and my height here. So what I'm doing is I'm basically, in my mind, this is just how this works for me. There's really no other way for me to describe this to you other than how it works for me. I don't really know if that makes sense, but so basically I just kind of like to take this and like pretend that like I'm cutting it. So if you were to cut this, like this piece would fall out, this one would fall out, the bottom, the top. So if you were to do that, you'd have your one big one on the top, and then you'd have your two sides, the one piece in the middle, this one, and then this one right here. And as you can see, I just labeled them with my length, my width, and my height, and those numbers came from right here. That's really my best way to describe how I know how to do this, at least, is just kind of picturing it in my head. Like, I think to myself, okay, if I had this shape in front of me right now, and I was to take a pair of scissors and I was to cut it, how would it look with all the sides folded out? And that's what helps me visualize how to draw this net right here. So that was on page 195. Now on page 196, we did this. So on page 196, I did the same thing. I have my length, my width, and my height right here. And I thought to myself, okay, if I was to lay this out and expand it and kind of cut it up into pieces, how would this look? So I have my two top pieces right here, or my sides if you want to call them. And then I have my main piece right here. And then I have 3 pieces that fold out from there. And then I just kind of labeled them with my length and my width and my height. So I know that my length was 7 and my width was 3 and my height was 6. So for this, I know this is long. I have a length and my width of 3. So I have that right there. And then for C, this was a challenge, and it asked to write a numerical expression for the total area of the net for part B. So, and then it said to explain each term in your expression. You can try this one on your own. This was not part of the examples that you had to copy down today, but if you want to try this one on your own and email it in and see how you did on it, I'll be more than happy to look at that. Okay, so now we have the exploratory challenge on page 197, which was all about triangular prisms. So here's what I did. I literally did the same exact thing. This video is super repetitive, but I'm thinking to myself, okay, how many, faces does this have? So obviously if I have a triangle here, I'm going to have one back here too. And then obviously these are going to fold out and there's going to be a bottom piece. So that's what that looks like. I have my 2 triangles I have my 2 pieces right here because there's one on this side, and if you were to look at it this way, there's one right here too. And then you have this piece, this long piece right here, which is this. And I just took the numbers that it gave me and I just kind of like mirrored it. So obviously if these ones are 3, this is going to be 3. If this one is 6, this is going to be 6. It's equal. So I don't know if you can see that, how I did that, but that's just how it makes sense to explain it to me. If this confuses you, please let me know, and I will do my best to explain it a different way for all of you. And then the last 2 that you had to do were with pyramids. So again, what I did was, okay, I thought of a pyramid. I kind of closed my eyes, picture a pyramid, what it looks like. If I was to cut the sides and they were all to fall out, this is what it would look like. And then I just labeled my sides. And I did the same thing for down here. Right here, it said that all the edges are 4 inches in length. So I knew that literally everything was going to equal 4 inches. And I did the same thing for this. I kind of closed my eyes and I pictured, okay, if I cut right here, and this was to fall right here, this was to fall on this side, and so on and so forth, that this is what it would look like. And I'd have a triangle in the middle, kind of holding it all together. So that was your lesson today. I know that this can be kind of confusing. I remember when I was in 6th grade and I was super confused when I was doing that. So I hope that the way that I explained it, kind of visualizing it in your head first, works for all of you. Like I said, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to email me. I try to answer back as fast as I possibly can. But yeah, don't forget we have a Google Meet. I know I already said it in the beginning, but we do have a Google Meet today from 10:30 to 11. So come on, say hello, and bring some questions. I will do my best to help you with everything. Keep up the good work. You're all doing amazing, and I will see you all very soon.